Welcome to OFAR. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you step by step on how to assemble the FJALLBO Sideboard from IKEA. For this build, you need a couple of Phillips screwdrivers, something pointy to poke holes with, a level, and a wrench. You can also use a drill with the Phillips or posi drive bit to speed up the assembly process. Before you start, I'd also recommend keeping all the bits and pieces in their intended bags, as mixing them up will cause more confusion. So the first step is to grab these 4 pieces and put them into this orientation. For both side pieces, just make sure that the holes on the legs that I emphasized are in this position. Then grab 6 adjustable feet from bag 1 and screw them into these 6 spots. Now grab the CL and CR drawer slides and 6 of these small screws. Then place the CL drawer slide on this side piece like this and secure it using 3 screws. Next, place the CR drawer slide on like this and secure it using 3 screws. Now grab these 2 identical metal rods and put them into this orientation. Both holes on either end of each rod should be in this position. Then connect both rods like this. Next, grab 2 screws and secure each rod with 1 screw. Now grab both rods that have these ends sticking out and put them into this orientation. Then attach them as shown. Next, grab 2 more screws and secure each screw into each hole like this. Now grab this bottom metal piece and put it in this orientation. Just make sure that these 2 holes on either end are in this position. Then connect this metal piece as shown. Next, grab 2 screws and a brace. Then secure the brace using the 2 screws. It's going to look something like this. Then grab 1 screw and screw it into this hole. Now connect the other side metal piece like this. It's easier to connect the side piece if you start from the bottom and work your way up. Next, grab a brace and 2 screws. Then secure the brace with the 2 screws like this. Then grab 5 screws and screw them into these 5 holes. Now grab 4 metal caps and 4 of these screws. The caps will be going into the outside holes, while the other screws will be going into the inside holes. It's going to look something like this. Just make sure you don't fully secure everything, as you'll find out why in later steps. Then flip the structure like this. Next, grab the rod that has these 2 holes located here and place it underneath the structure like this. Then grab these 2 screws and screw them into these 2 holes. Now grab the smaller piece of wood and place it on as shown. Then make sure that the piece of wood is positioned evenly, and grab something pointy and poke 4 holes into these 4 spots. You don't need to do this step if you're using a drill. Now grab 4 of these screws and screw them into these 4 spots. Next, make sure that this bar is still in this orientation, and grab yourself 2 of these metal pieces from bag 2 and 2 of these screws from bag 1. Then secure each metal piece like this. Now grab 2 of these screws and place the bar onto the sideboard like this, and secure the bar with the 2 screws. They'll be going into these 2 holes. It's going to look something like this. Then grab these two metal pieces from bag 2 and 2 of these screws. The metal pieces will be secured into these 2 holes. It's going to look something like this. Now grab something pointy and poke 2 holes into these 2 spots. Next, grab 2 of these screws and screw them into these 2 holes. Now flip the sideboard onto its feet as shown. Then grab this piece and make sure that the long end is going to be placed closer to the front of the sideboard. Also grab 4 of these screws and secure this piece. The 4 screws will be going into these 4 holes. Then grab the CL and CR drawer slides and 6 of these small screws. For this side, you'll be securing the CL drawer slide with 3 screws. As for this side, you'll be securing the CR drawer slide with 3 screws. Now grab the bigger piece of wood and this frame. Just make sure that these 2 holes on the frame are in this position. Then place the frame on like this. Also, the instructions state that this side should be flush. Then grab something pointy and poke 8 holes into these 8 spots. Now grab 8 of these screws and screw them into these 8 holes. Next, attach the top like this. The 2 holes on the frame should be located at the back of the sideboard. Now grab 6 screws and screw them into these 6 holes. Then turn the sideboard around 180 degrees. Next, grab these 2 pieces and put them into this orientation. Also grab 12 of these small screws from bag 3. Then attach this piece like this and secure it using 6 screws. The screws will be going to these 6 holes. Repeat the same step for the other metal piece as well. Now place the sideboard against your intended wall. Then grab the level and check that everything is level. If not, then play around with the adjustable feet until it is. Now grab these 2 metal doors and put them into this orientation. Also grab 4 hinges and 8 screws. Each hinge will be secured into these 4 spots using 2 screws. It's going to look something like this. Next, grab 8 more screws and attach each door. I had troubles holding each door by myself, so in the next clips, you already see 2 screws holding up the door. Now grab 4 of these screws and 4 magnets. The 4 magnets will be secured into these 4 spots. So just put the screw through the hole of the magnet and secure the magnet like this. Do the same thing with the other 3 magnets. Then check that the sideboard isn't leaning too much to one side or the other. If it isn't, then you can secure these 4 screws. Now if your doors are not level, you'll have to unscrew all 4 screws on each hinge and play around with the door until it's level. It's going to be a different case for each person. Then grab the wall hardware bag and secure the sideboard to your wall. Unfortunately, IKEA doesn't give you any screws or wall anchors. The wall hardware will be attached to these 2 spots. Now let's focus on the drawers. Grab these 2 pieces and put them into this orientation. Then connect the back drawer piece like this. Then grab these 2 nuts and screws. They'll be going into these 2 holes. The screw will be going in through the top, while the nut will be secured underneath. To secure both, grab your pliers and hold the nut underneath. Then screw in the screw with your screwdriver. It's hard to show everything for this step, but hopefully you get the idea. Now grab the DL drawer slide side piece and attach it as shown. Then grab 1 screw and nut. Then repeat the same step as you did before with the pliers. The screw goes inside, while the nut is secured on the outside. Next, grab the DR drawer slide side piece and attach it as shown. Then grab 1 screw and nut. Again, the screw goes on the inside and the nut will be secured on the outside. Now place the drawer like this and grab the front drawer piece. Then attach the front drawer piece like this. Next, grab 4 screws and screw them into these 4 holes. Then repeat the same steps in regards to the drawer one more time. Now put both drawers in like this. Then check that the drawers open and close relatively smoothly, but if you followed all these steps, then you shouldn't have any issues. So you should now have a fully assembled FJALLBO sideboard from IKEA. Hopefully this tutorial helped you out.